All right. Welcome to the Anarchy Trading live London session. It is November 6th. It is a Monday, and my word, the markets had a few crazy days yesterday, last week. And yeah, we took advantage of them somewhat early in the week, and then later in the week we got knocked out of a few trades, traded in some consolidation, wrecked us both ways. But we still ended the week on a positive note. We passed our challenge early in the week, our phase one of our 10K challenge that we're doing. And then we moved on to phase two, which we're currently up 0.6%. I can take you quickly over and show you. Yeah, so phase two is where we're currently standing. 0.6%. We had 3 good days in a row, and it usually works out every 3 or 4 days that we lose. We have a bad day, and that's indeed what we had. We lost 1.1% or something. So, we're gonna see what we can do today for our thing. We need to get it about another 4.4% in order to fully pass this 10K challenge. And so looking forward to seeing what we can do this week. We've had 6 positive weeks in a row now. It's taken us a little work back there, but we've done essentially, what is it? Portfolio 8% plus 0.6, so 8.6% in the last. So we essentially have been averaging about 0.1% per day. So we'll see how that goes. We started very at the end of September, and so we've done about 8.7% since then. So not too bad, not too shabby. I'm pretty happy. So we'll get started and see what our day holds because it is a fun-filled day of trading ahead of us here. So let me see here. Today, yeah, we had the German factory orders just drop. A little volatility there with the news, but not too much happened. The next thing that happened will be after market open. So these shouldn't have too much effect on the DAX, but I do think that we'll see some movement on the DAX with these. So we just need to be aware of that while we're trading. At that 4:30, the constructive PMI for GBP could have an effect as well. So there will be some effect on excuse me, not enough coffee on the DAX, but let's just continue to monitor and we'll see what happens with price. Yeah, price was pretty crazy. This earlier the last week with all the news that dropped. It does look like the Feds have said that they're going to stop rate hikes, which of course is good for the stock market, and that's hence why the indices are absolutely flying. Had a couple little nice moves. This could have been like a movie could have been. First of all, the spread was too high, and also I didn't like this essentially barcoding up here, which price has rejected this multiple times. It may keep going, but we rejected it, which is why I did not get in here, even though this really was my look if it wasn't for this barcoding. Um, we're going to keep monitoring. We've now only got 25 minutes till market open, so I am not going to take any trades before the market open. I've switched my charts over to Pepperstone, which I'm hoping it's going to be better um, than 8 cap because they didn't seem to be matching my MT5 quite as closely. So I'm hoping that this will match MT5 a bit better. And from what I've seen, it does. Candles may be slightly different, but it matches it more closely. So that's important to me because I kind of am taking my trades on MT5, so I need it to match what I'm looking at on TradingView as closely as possible. So without further ado, let's actually remove all our drawings. I actually don't really have much on here because these are new charts. And then let's see what we have. I don't even know why. Why do I even have this? Let me remove that because it's not really a VWAP. And then let's start with our daily. Let's start with DAX and see what happens. So yeah, a few big B. It was a very bullish week last week with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I mean, Friday didn't happen much for DAX, but it was a bullish week for sure with a big increase. So let's start marking out our lines here and start preparing for our trading day to open here within the next about 24 minutes here. And who knows what's going to happen? Like, I mean, we could see this Friday, not much happened. So today, usually very little movement, honestly. So today we'll see, which is, if you look, kind of happens on Fridays, at least some Fridays. So Mondays could be a big day today, so we'll have to wait and see. But high of day, low of day in purple, and then with where could price start going? Well, definitely high of Friday. I don't know why that's that. High of Friday, low of Friday. Those are some good, I would say, some good targets initially. And if price keeps moving either way, then we could say, half of that candle, right? Which is also low of this day, high of that day, middle of this candle, close of these days. So I like that as a good point. And then if it goes higher, we could just go like essentially this is the swing high, the kind of the higher low of this down movement. It's right there. So that would be another point. So those are kind of our targets. We don't need much. I mean, price isn't going to move much during London. So let's go to our hourly, see what we have on the hourly. We've got a big push up going. Oh, and last week how I was fussing about my candles not matching up the timing. Something was wrong with the server, I guess, maybe the ACAP server or something. Because as soon as I moved over to Pepperstone, my hourly candles are actually closing on the hour. So, okay, so many wicks here. So that's definitely support. And then again, a lot of wicks here with that wick there. This is support. So we've got a couple areas of support where we could expect price to come down to if it does decide to come down today. And if it goes up, like we have this up here, so this would be our main resistance point with these wicks up here, but these are big candles, so it'd be nice to see if we could fill those today. But we do have this essentially point right here where price also has reacted to in the past. So we're going to just need to be cautious of that as we trade. So now let's drop down to our 5. And the 5, so we have this drawn up here. Like this, we could make a bit smaller. Kind of get those wicks in there. Sure, good enough. Although we do have these here and everything, but not bad. And then we do have, this is a pretty decent support area. As I said, we could have been trading some of this, but I didn't like this big rejection wick, which was lower than this one. And then price wasn't doing much, but now we start seeing it push a little bit. Again, we've got 20 minutes till market open. We're not getting part of this. I'm just going to watch, see what happens. But essentially, this is all we need. So price goes above here, retest, and maybe we see it go up to here for the high tomorrow. Not tomorrow, later today after market open. I'll adjust my high of day. We'll see if price can continue to push on out of here, maybe up here and it gets rejected. If so, then maybe if it comes back down, retest, we could take it down low of day. But this is consolidation. So right now, we're definitely not going to be trading in here unless it crosses here. So normally what I'll do is if it touches another zone, then it goes below the next zone, then we could maybe short it. But not if it came that right now and went below, I would not be shorting it. Like we would need to wait for some confirmation. Possibly if it crossed the 200 and we had momentum on our side, we could consider it. But right now, because yeah, I mean, right now there's nothing. Would not be considering going short unless maybe, if something came here, maybe. Um, but it's not a very big move. But we have these kind of equal lows. This wick kind of lines up here with this. So, like this could be a possibility if it came down, broke here, retested it, and then going short for at least low of day, aiming for maybe down over the low of this. So there's one. I think that's it for this chart. If we need a middle target, obviously the middle target, like this is a big area. So where would be middle of it? Probably aiming for like those highs right there. Because if we measure that, I mean, these are big moves. 20 pips, like for London session, 20 pips is plenty. And usually quite a bit. Okay, last week, what did we see? Was it last week or the week before that? We had like an 80 pip candle on open though, so it does happen. But that's it for now. Let's go over now and look at the Dow and see what we had to work with. So we gapped up on the Dow, already came down and closed that gap. So we will see what happens. We still have the gap that was made last week, right? So we still have the gap down here that from last week that has not been filled. I'm assuming it will at some point, but right now it definitely looks like they're trying to save it. Now we are at an interesting point because I'm going to draw a line. I could do a zone, but it's just going to be too big. But essentially, these are like right there. high, high, poked right through it. But can we go? But this isn't going to be an interesting point. Where does price react? How is price going to react at this point? Are we going to reject it again? Because here, rejected up here, rejected up here, a bit of a rejection. Are we going to come up, retest it, and then reject back down? Because let's be honest, we have had last week just things flew on the Dow. I wonder how much, what was it, like 5%? So 5% move just last week, and that was just absolutely insane. So it, in my opinion, it needs to cool off a little bit. But with this momentum, we could just blast through out of here. Next thing going up here. So let's wait and see. Zooming in a little bit because we do need our high of day, which is slightly below, not big move there to get up to the yellow, but I want that yellow to me is important. Just so I know where that high of day is. But we could also just put a high of Friday. Sure, why not? We just know that this is a zone where it's been. Let's just keep in mind that this is a zone where things have been rejected. And then if it goes past that, like I really don't have anything until like this is a humongous candle. We'll have to look on the hourly, but I'm gonna just, if I put something up here, it's really too big. But we have wick, 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 top, middle of here, middle of there. And then if that's too big of a move, because honestly, I don't know how many pips it is, but it's a lot, we could split that in half, and that's still 40 pips. So good enough there. And again, same thing on the way back down. Like it's just these moves are big. It's hard to actually find landmarks. We could do the open and close snapshot right there. Um, kind of like that area. And then other area would be like half of that candle, which also includes, this wick over here, these wicks, kind of half of that candle. Good enough. Like that's all we need. Let's go look on hourly. Hopefully we get a little bit more data because that is okay. So we have these rejection wicks which we're kind of right in those rejection wicks right now. That is rejected off now. And we see over here, we had this big hourly rejection right there. Now we're trying to gain it back. But it'll be interesting to see if we can poke and break this high, or if we're going to come down. Because right now, yeah, we definitely making big moves up. So I can't get too much from there. That was a while ago. So let's just focus on over here. And if we need to, let's just be warned. Price has rejected up here. So this is going to be hourly resistance. Our hourly support, I guess we have resistance here with these wicks. This is rejected, rejected. This is rejected. So I'm going to just draw one like right here. Like, again, nothing fancy. All right. And then we'll drop down to the 5. If it goes above this, we don't like our target would be like up here. Uh, so we don't have much to stop it. And as you see, we have to go to like the hourly to even figure out. And honestly, that works. As you can see, we've got wicks here. We can even go a little higher to get that wick, this wick, this wick, that wick. Like wiki area is kind of a area. This is consolidation. So if we break retest, like this would be plenty of room to move up to here. Let's just zoom in. Yeah, kind of maybe fill this gap here, which has not been filled yet. And then if we pushed higher, it would be going up to, up to there, the yellow line, and then up to their final. But again, we don't need to worry about that today. Let's go back down to the 5. There we go. All right. So we have some hourly resistance and support there, but there's some room, I think, to trade in between that. Again, we had some nice moves as earlier. This is kind of a area, so I'd put it a little lower. But if it drops below there, I think we could be looking for a short, at least down to this level. And if it goes a little bit further, of course, we could try to take it all the way down to the low of day, which is down here. Going high, just because of this big wick here, which I think happened on market open. It did. Um, I just don't see that I can do much. Like we could draw, I think we could put some resistance here, right? Like it did poke through, um, but then immediately rejected. We have some wicks. We have some wicks poking out there, rejecting, and some wicks there rejecting. So honestly, I actually like that as a bit of a resistance. So if we went back above it, close, maybe retest, maybe we could get it long and just be aiming for, um, somewhere in this box. Maybe yellow line if we got lucky, or at least somewhere in this red box. Maybe you could say, oh, that's a risky trade, uh, perhaps, but we're currently riding a 5-day bullish just frenzy going up. So you're trading with the last weekly trend for sure. So I'm not too concerned about that. But we do have a lot of room to cool off as well. So it'll be interested to see. Like we've just run a long time, and we do have a little bit of divergence going on the 5 here. So let's pull up both charts. We're about 12 minutes away from market open. There's the DAX for us. Why is it pulling up my 8 cap one? Let's see if I can. There we go. Let's save that. Okay. I do like how DAX is honestly like this big, but the reason I didn't get in is again we have this big candle and then we had that rejecting wick. So just again, not really great price action. It's still going up, but didn't really give us that indicator against some bearish divergence going on here. Higher high here, down a higher high on our RSI. I don't use the RSI to make trading decisions, but I do use it sometimes to keep me out or just to give me a little indicator of momentum, which all indicators are just a way to look at prices of action. So anyways, let's see what we get here. We do have still a bit of an uptrend going on the Dow. So maybe we bounce here and we can keep going up higher. Otherwise, maybe we break through market open, we shoot down here. So for me, there's a few scenarios. We'll just have to wait and see which of them play out. For me, I would love to see maybe market open, market comes down here, and then we pick up a wick and start closing bat, and we close it up here, and then we go long and we go up to get some momentum to go up there. Like that's what I would like to see because we're going with momentum. We have a nice target. The other thing we could see is if it just goes straight up, definitely not going to try to catch it. But we could also, if it went up, then maybe we see a rejection wick downwards, and then we see it shoot down here. We pick it up on a little retest or something, and then we take it short down to the 200, which is way down here. So definitely have a couple scenarios. Let's duplicate this and open it up on the 15 as well, just so we can drink more water. Just so we can see it on the 15. So let's see what this looks like on the 15. Price action is not great. I mean, nice movement up, nice retest. Honestly, if you'd enter, you could enter right there. But then we have this big rejection doji coming down red. Could easily see this just shooting down. But right now, price action is not great. DAX honestly looks really nice. So for DAX, yeah, the problem is we have this red line, we have this resistance line over here. But this kind of broke that and negated this for me partially. So it's good to be aware of, but I could also see maybe we come down again. If we come down on market open, maybe we can pick up along after that. But we don't really know. So we've got about 9 minutes till market open. So we're just going to sit back, relax, and enjoy 9 minutes of trading. We're going to try to get in a chess game. And we'll just let the markets do what they're going to do. take this as a lesson sometimes. Sometimes once you get your chart up, if you're gonna take a trade or you're just gonna sit there and like do something productive. Is chess productive? Maybe not. But for me, I enjoy it. Successful people do play chess, unlike most other video games, so I feel somewhat justified in playing chess. Uh, I mean, they're not good at it, right? But still, successful people don't usually play video games. They do play chess, so it's intriguing. Oh, that was stupid. yeah, lost. I was up to like 686 rating on my bullet games, and then lost a bunch of it down to like 720. So 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes left till market open. Picking up a bit of a wick. We're definitely in a consolidation zone here on US 30. We can draw a box. We do not trade in consolidation zones. And when I say that, how many times have you seen me do a stupid trade in consolidation zone? But no, we do not trade consolidation zone. I am liking you. I am liking how DAX looks. I just wish it had been, not right next to market open, which is why I'm not watching because like this little pullback, now it's starting to push, bounce off the 9. Like we could see that as a nice trade. Yes, we have this red box, but again, it was kind of negated by this, so I'm having it there because I want to be aware of what price could do there. But again, I don't put a lot of stock or weight in this particular line for that reason. Uh, Anyone who tells you that these indices move together, check this out. Dow breaking down, DAX going up. Broke that just a little mini trend line that we've had going for the last couple hours. But let's see what happens in the last minute. If we can get if we can get a deeper retest on German 30 and then turning color, like then we may enter. So I'm definitely intrigued. I think we're going to get some good market movement today. Uh, I think markets really consolidate. Well, they moved crazy due to news, but there's also some consolidation earlier in the week. So I think we should see hopefully some better movement today from price action. If so, let's see if we can get a part of it. So 1 more minute before market open. Levi was supposed to join our stream today. Did not. So, anyway, let's wait and see what happens. Um, Dow is definitely looking like it could shape up a little like higher high here, but rejected pretty quickly. A bit of a double top higher, but it's still rejected hard. We're below the 9 now. I could see this pushing down. So honestly, what I'd like to see is if we can open up, maybe go bullish, pick up a wick up here, and then start shooting bearish again. Maybe we pick up a short somewhere here. But again, 24 minutes, we get 24 seconds. You can see Dow breaking down, DAX moving up, some intriguing movement both ways. Uh, so yeah, a bit interesting to see that they're kind of moving differently. You don't see this all the time, but it does happen. So picking up a little bit of a wick. So no real direction right now. So market open. Let's see what happens. Looks like we're immediately going to go bullish to begin with, and now let's see what happens. Again, would not surprise me if we can go bullish. I mean, we're going bullish direction, so it's kind of hard to go short, but this could pick up a wick, and then we see this start coming back down. Like this is what I'd like to see on Dow. If we come up, test high of day, and then we start breaking down, like that's where I would like to potentially be in short on Dow down to here. But we're gonna need see some confirmation. Need to see some movement. There'll be movement today. We've got plenty of time to trade. Like there's hours in the day. Don't feel like you need to trade, especially market open. You're just going to be getting yourself into trouble. So we're just going to keep monitoring here. First minute almost over here of the market open. Rejected this resistance so far, but trying to make another break here. Let's see. Again, initial rejection on DAX, but let's see if it can push through. Definitely looks like it's going to. Big move. Kind of equal highs on Dow. We could still see this reject back down, but we could also see this go quite bullish as well. So what we'd be looking for if we're going to go bullish is this make a new high. Can't stay equal, but if we new high, maybe closes somewhere up here, come down for a retest, and then we try to get in. Same with DAX, honestly. Like if DAX closes above this red line, then we could potentially look to get in long on a retest as well. But right now, no new high on Dow, pretty much equal highs. I think it will make a new high, but let's be patient. Let's let price come to us. There's no point trying to catch a rocket ship. If it rockets without us, that's okay. There's going to be plenty more of opportunities this week to catch a trade. So we just need to be patient, especially on such big moves. Like we got to cool off. So overbought now. Again, doesn't mean anything. This is why you should buy, or it doesn't mean you should sell. But do I want to buy when it's up here? Probably not. So let's let it cool off a little bit. As I said, maybe it comes down, retest, and again, this I've seen this. I've seen moves in the last minute on DAX and Dow on the open just shoot way down too. So let's be patient. Let's not enter in anything hasty. Yeah, check it out. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Now, if we can flip this red and then come down here, this is where I'm interested in getting it short. And that's why we don't buy the tops, folks. Great example of why we don't buy the tops. Huge rejection. Now, it could go back up, right? Like it could, but this is market open. However, if any of you have watched like the classic Little House on the Prairie series from Hallmark Channel, I think it was from like the 70s or was it 60s? I don't remember. Anyway, whenever it was, there's a saying from Mr. Edwards there. He's like, well, that's poker. And that's pretty that can relate it here with trading. So that's trading. So we saw a couple move up in 3 minutes. Big rejection of the high of day. Did slightly go higher, but again, I don't that barely by a tick. So it's like barely by. I'm not going to count that much right now. So right now I am currently a little bit short biased, just short term, not long term. But I'm definitely not shorting it right now because again, still it could still close above this, retest, and then continue to push on out of here. So we're not going to do anything while it's in this white box. Let's see where they close it in the next minute. So the next minute will be interesting. Interesting. We could close it red and then see it really continue to push down. Um, Consequently, we could see it stay green, come up here, close above, come retest, and then come and at least fill this candle. So we could be looking for kind of like a candle fill, so to speak, on this. But again, nothing really much yet. The candle actual shape means nothing. Like again, so you could say, oh well, this is a huge bit. Now it is. There we go. Now we see Dow starting to break down a little bit, but we can't short it because like this would be honestly a nice place to perhaps pick it up long if we see it turn around. So we just need to be patient, and we're gonna see what happens here. First candle closes in 5 seconds. Let's see where they close it. They are going to close it in the consolidation box here on Dow. Little bit of a gap down, of a gap down on German 30 or DAX or whatever we're calling it these days. I don't know. But now this is essentially a retest of this area. So now we're below the 9, yes. Let's see, are we going to retest this and then start pushing up? And again, maybe going to fill this wick. Perhaps. So it is breaking down, but I want to see it break down, retest, and then go, not just break down and enter, because we could easily see this. This is also where it swings. We could see it going back up as well. So let's just be patient. Again, we're not going to short it here in this. We're not going to short it in the consolidation box. We got to have it come below this before we try to short it, at least down to here. So just going to continue being patient. We have these lines for a reason. We need to respect them. This is very consolidated as well. So if we want to go short, um, I would consider because we did reach the other line, right? But it needs to at least come up, retest, and then come back down before I would consider shorting. Now, again, this could pivot. And if we see this pivot, then I might actually get in long because that would be a much more of a long look, like nice deep test. Now, if this flips green, we could see that now push out of here trying to go to high of day. So that would be, to me, that would actually be a pretty intriguing trade. Uh, if we can reject this. But right now, we're definitely not seeing any rejection of this level yet. kind of slowing down though. So this is kind of what I would expect to see if now maybe we start to push on out of here. We've slowed down. Now, if this turns green or just closes, right here in the middle of green, doesn't go farther down, like I'm definitely intrigued about going long. But not yet. Again, as I said, because if it closes down, comes up, then I could be I could be convinced to go short. It doesn't take much to convince me to go either way. What we need to do is just need to let price lead the way. So still got them in now. Dow, or just we're in the consolidation, but now we're trying to poke back up. So again, we could see this again. A lot of people would have sold this candle down here. We're not selling because we're in this consolidation. So we got to be patient. Again, candle patterns mean nothing. Candlesticks mean nothing. Each candle means nothing. You got to look at it overall as a picture. So the reason why we didn't sell this, like it may still go down, but check this out. If you had sold here, or you had waited here and then you saw it going red, so you sold here, like you would have been in some significant drawdown up here. That's why we're not trading up there. Now, Dow is continuing to break down. We have a minute left though, so let's see where they push this final candle. Let's see where they close it. So you see some momentum. So let's see if this in the last minute, if this flips green, I'm going in. So let's see if it flips colors, I'm going in. Still not yet. Not yet. All right, I'm in. So nice rejection. Probably should have had a bit of a bigger stop loss. Stop loss down here. Nice rejection of this level. And we're going to see if we can go up. Also confirmation because we have Dow flying up here too. So we're going to see if DAX can pick that up as well. We'll see if we close green or red next 4 seconds. A little gap down, but that's okay. So now let's see where we can go. All right, so we are in our first trade of Monday. We waited patiently. It may not go our way, right? But what we did see is it came up, big wick down, but rejected nicely our line here. We're still bullish, so it rejected that line with some momentum, and now we're going to try to take it up to at least the previous high, fill that wick. We're going to monitor it though, because I may move my stop loss up, may move to break even depending on what happens. So high of day there. Now let's see if we can continue to push on out of here though. Dow flying. I just don't really like the price action as well as Dow with these wicks. So I do like the price action on DAX better right now. But the fact that this is flying is really encouraging me about DAX. So let's see if we can now continue to push on out of here. Now price is going to have to come back a little bit, like price retraces and everything. So don't be afraid of the retracements or watching your price pull back and some of your profits go away. Nah, little bit of a red candle here. Let's see what happens with price. Kind of just retesting this area again. Big red candle. It may knock us out. May just be another retest though. So let's see. I don't like how big it was. But again, let's wait and see. If this can flip, maybe we picked up enough momentum to keep going up as well. Cooled it off a little bit, picked up some more bids. So 2 minutes left. All right. So we're now back above the green box. That's good. This is very good. Looks nice. Now let's see where we go from here. Can we continue to pivot and get up out of here? So now we have a little bit of a base here, which is nice. Let's see what happens though. All right, and I need to go grab my son. I'm gonna bring him up to do a little school. So just watch this for me. Nothing I can do now. So either I get knocked out of her or it goes up. So I'll be back. Okay, where are we? Okay, still bouncing. Not too much going on here. But we've come down and retested this twice. Dow still flying, which, hey, it looks like, the last couple of times we've been trading, we've like taken the wrong one. There's a big pop. So let's see if we can make it up to Hive Day. Would love to see it make it up there. It's moving. And we could look for it to possibly even break that, right? So let's see if it breaks through. Let's see what happens. Haven't moved my stop loss yet. We did make a new high. I like how price is moving, so we're not going to move our stop loss yet. We're going to see if we can keep pushing on out of here. Don't like that rejection candle wick that we're getting here. Rejecting kind of this area up here. But we are moving upwards. We've been moving consistently that way, so I'm not freaked out about it yet. Let's see where they close that candle. Okay, closing, good. So now let's see if we can continue to push on out of here. Again, if it comes back down a bit, that's okay. We've rejected this area twice now with these lower lows, so my stop loss is now pretty tight below these. I'm kind of right there. And so we're going to see if we can now continue to push on out of here. It's fighting it a little bit, but that's okay. So let's continue waiting, watching. Big candle. And again, if we get knocked out of here, it's okay because we entered a good trade. We gotta trust the process. Oof. So still emptying, still going bull bearish now. If it reverses on us, it's okay. We gotta trust the process. Looked like we were gonna have a good trade there, but yeah, we're gonna get knocked out, and we're out. Well, that was unfortunate, folks. So it had the shapings of a very nice trade. So let's wait for it. Let's see where we close, and then we go in. But that was a. Let's not feel bad about that trade because that like had every indication like we could have had to exit, but it looked like it was gonna go higher. So, anyways, let's see what happens. Sure, we're trying to take it into this there, but we'd already broken it. It's so high with this one that, and we had this nice rejection. I thought we were gonna keep going. So, anyways, is what it is. Let's just monitor and see what happens. I am getting ready to go short though. I just don't want to be premature. So take a picture of that for my journal. Now let's just wait for the candle close. We've still got a minute before this candle closes. It's only going to be the first 20 minutes. We had some good moves there. Like it was a good trade. That could have easily gone our way. Just did it. And that's fine. So now that we went so high above this, we could consider if we get a little up test on the Dow, trying to take it short. Like I would be willing to do that, depending on where we close. So let's just wait and see. 20 seconds left. Let's see. All right, closing now. So that's a big candle. Let's see if we can come up, retest it, and then start rejecting it. Or Dow, maybe we come up. Yeah, big move up. This is why you gotta wait. So now let's wait. Dow coming up green. So now let's see on Dow if we reject this now and this flips red, we could consider going in short. But we may just pick up and start going bullish again. Not really an area we can trade it though, because like this, you don't want to now take it long after that big candle. So let's just see what kind of look we get here on both of these. Again, still, let's look at the 15. So picking up a rejection wick, if this could keep closing as 15, we could see this continue to push out. Dow's got a long way. DAX has got a long ways to go if it wants that to happen. But kind of looks like that's what it's doing here. So price action looked nice on that. Got almost 1 R. I think it hit $43, so that would be point 0.8 R or something. So it was actually pretty decent. Could have moved our stop loss, but I thought it might come back down and retest again before going, and it just shot through. So no big deal there. Again, let's keep watching this Dow. I want to see if this Dow turns red, then we could consider going bearish. We could consider going short, even in this like this consolidation. At this point, doesn't matter as much now that it's now that it's kind of gone all the way up here. So if it broke down, then we could consider getting in. But right now, it's coming right back up. Don't have to feel bad because again, we could have moved their stop loss, but never would have been that far down, so we would have been stopped out. So it was a big move. So now we just wait. It was a good entry because I thought we could get up there pretty easily, make it for 1 hour. So let's just wait and see now. Now this is about half of this candle, right? So now let's see if this starts pivoting back down, or we continue to push back up. That looks like it's just going to push back up. Dang. Wow. But I'm definitely not going long. Um, if you look at it on the one, it kind of had went up, came down, went up, came down, came up. Let's see where we close. I'll be very interested where we close. So if we close below this green line, maybe we come up, retest, we could be still be looking for a short. Like to me, we definitely have short possibilities. If we reject this, and then we come somewhere here, somewhere there, and then we look for a break, right? Like that could be something that we see. Again, we're not seeing it right now. Price action isn't that great. Price action not good on Dow at all. Let's see where they close it in the next minute. So I'm in short. Well, off the momentum on the one, so maybe entered a little early, but with the candle closing, I like the momentum. Got a minute left, 11 seconds left. So we're in short. We're going to give this one more try today and see what happens. Stop loss up here. Going to go with this momentum. We're below the 9, came up, rejected it, rejected that level. Maybe should have waited up for this one to retest again, but we had our retest. That was our retest. So we're now entering in. We're going to try to go short. What are we trying to target? I honestly don't know. Let's look. Let's look at it on the 5. Yeah, I mean, we could try to target, I think that's above it, but who knows? Let's just not get premature. Just follow this trade and see where it goes. For me, first 1 hour, like 1 hour, like we can take it here possibly, right? So dropping nicely. So let's see if we can break this low. If we can break this low, we keep pushing. At least close below the 200. Again, I like this trade. Like this is a good trade. It's not a reversal because we came down, went up, came down, went up, came down, retested, and now we're going down again. So this is a good trade. Again, I would trade this, take this trade any day. So if we lose it, it's okay. So nice rejection. Rejection. Let's see if we can make a new lower low here. Break this wick. Preferably close below this green line, and then if we can see if we can push down here. And then yeah, I'm getting ready to move my stop loss to break even here. But again, we would expect price to possibly come up here. But again, if price comes back up here, we're going to be barcoding, and I want to be out of it, right? So giving it just a moment here, but I'll probably be moving to break even in just a moment. Let's see where we can close this. All right, I'm at break even. Let's see where we can close this. If we can close this below, make a new lower low. Otherwise, we'll just bounce and go back up. And then we're kind of just consolidating for the day. I would like to see some movement actually going short here. There we go. There's the break. So we're in a risk-free trade now. So let's see where we can go. We might want to consider getting out down here, but we've got a lot of momentum going as well. So let's see where we close in the next minute. We're pushing. Still pushing. Now we could anticipate it possibly bouncing here. So if it does, it does. But we'd expect price has got to pull back a little bit. Although pulling back with a huge wick and closing above here wouldn't be great either in the next 20 seconds. So let's see. Dow just barcoding. If we can close, I'd like to see this close. Okay, if we can close below this red line, that's good. Okay, so gap up, but that's okay. Let's see if we come up, retest this, maybe retest the 200, and then if we can keep pushing down. This is a new 30-minute candle as well. Let's go look at the 15. So still uptrend on Dow, DAX. We definitely have this big momentum 15-minute candle. So where could we expect price to come back up and retest? Maybe the 9. So let's make this a little bit bigger so it shows up. Refresh it, for some reason it's not showing up my trades. So here's the retest. Rejected it once already. Coming back up. Big candle. Pretty volatile. And again, if we really wanted to, we'd probably want to have our stop somewhere up here. But like if it comes all the way up, I just want to be out of it. Like that would to me would be barcoding. So our stop is right. My stop is, let me just look, make sure my stop is actually there. Yeah, my stop is just right here. This. So let's see. Let's see what happens with price here. Technically, I should probably have my stop above the swing high, which would still be, you know, um, up there. But with all the other lines going on and with the way the price is moving, if it comes back up here, like I want to be out of it. So we're gonna got the 200 above us. We have meant that we've got the momentum of the 15-minute. That's a nice rejection. Let's see now if we can now reject. Good. So you can enter in short here even. Like as soon as that turned red, I could have entered short if I was looking to go short. Like yes, we have this right here, which possibly could be, but we could be also looking to take price down to here. So let's continue saying that was a nice rejection. Very nice rejection. Another time, if you want to get out at 1R, feel free. It might have been short-lived, but let's see. Rejecting again. What is this level? 15. Yeah, going back up. See what happens in the next 10 seconds. It's playing with it. Hasn't been able to get above there. Rejecting again, which is nice. Let's see if we can continue to break down now and push down. Like this, if we need the rejection, but we need a new lower low as well. Minute 45 seconds left. Now we're just consolidating. So let's see where they close it. Like it's just consolidating now. We've seen flashes. It's looked good. It could push up, but push back up. If so, it knocks us out break even. That's fine. Like we'll take that. Break even trades are fine in our book. So let's see where they close it though, because that will be pretty important. Do we close below the green, or are we going to close above the green? If we close below the green, we can then keep pushing down. So same here. We close below the green, little retest, and then big push down. So again, let's see if we can do the same thing here. Close below the green, maybe a little push up, and then big push down. So that would be the move I'd be liking to catch right now. But let's see. Let's see where we close in the next 30 seconds. Any new? What news do we have? News at 4:40 at 3:45. So we have Spanish services PMI came in a little bit better than anticipated. We've got Italian coming in next. Shouldn't affect us much. Now, 20 seconds left. Do we close above or below? We've been through this journey a few times. Again, price not moving great right now. Kind of consolidating. Just hasn't moved. Just doji. Dow kind of actually going up, but they're not moving together today, as you'll see. They have not been going up. This has been going down, so we're just following price right now. This price action, I don't want any part of. I'm hoping now we had this. Now let's see if we can make a new lower low and continue to push down. If so, maybe we trail our stop. We can trail our stop to right here. So new lower low there. Nice. Could be an opportunity to get out if you want. I'm holding for a bit of a bigger move. Let's see if we can push low of day. If not, we'll get out at 1R. Nah, I like the way it's moving. I'm just being fearful. Let's see if we can take this. Come on. It is at this green box though, so let's watch it. Let's see where we go. And I am getting ready to close though. So let's see. Maybe test up half of this candle. If we shoot up, then we'll close it. All right. Dow's continuing going bullish. We did get this green touch. So let's get out. 1R. Let's not get greedy. We've rejected this area now. It came down, gave it some time, but it went back up. So now let's wait. So if it breaks back down, retest, then maybe we get back in short once it comes back down here. But right now, it did hit our green box. So why would we try to get it to go past the green box when we've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Like we've rejected it 4 or 5 times. So we may regret that, but let's get out and continue to wait. Yeah, making us look stupid. But I was getting greedy too. This maybe looks makes it look like genius. There it is shooting up again. So we tested it. We tested that area, green area, a couple more times. So now we could see this now pivot and continue to push out of here, right? Like so now we're down low of day. We kind of broke this low here. It wouldn't surprise me if it pushed down a little further, maybe picks up some stops, and then we see it pivot. But right now, um, yeah, if anything, it's going, it's going, it's going long. Dow just a consolidated mess. So let's watch for Dow, DAX to maybe push down right here. Could break down, but I'm actually looking for it push down and then push back up. So that's what I'd be seeing here. Let's see if we get proven right. Could have held longer, gone our 1 hour out of there, 2 hour, 1.5 hour maybe. Okay, so now there's stops below here. It's definitely now we've kind of a stop hunt. We've picked up all those stops. So now let's see. Either we suck back up and we start going bullish, or we just continue to push down. All right, so kind of on DAX, we had a bit of a retest up. Now, if it pushes, it could push back down, but it would need to drop farther and come back up before, like, this isn't enough of, it didn't really close below here, close below low of day. So I'd want to see it close, retest, come up, and then come down. And then maybe we could try to take a short down here or even short down to there. But right now, again, nothing. As I said, I'm worried shorting DAX right here. And the reason I got out is because this level has been pretty busy. Now, we may drop down, and if so, that's okay. I would have wanted to see it come down farther, come up, retest, and then go down. But maybe we do that later. And the other thing I don't like about it is we're shorting it, but we also have Dow continuing to go up. And yes, again, they're definitely not, as we can see, they're not always correlated, but sometimes they are. So if we see a breakdown below here, I would consider going short. But right now we're not seeing it. DAX, we see again forming a little bit of a base here, so would not surprise me here if we start seeing this go bullish. So let's see where we close here. I could be intrigued by going long almost immediately on this because of how it's bounced here, bounced here, bounced here, green above. But if we could get up a little higher, come down a little retest, and then start going up, like I'm interested. Uh, Not yet. We're gonna be patient here, but I'm feeling bullish on this. If anything, looks like maybe that was unwarranted though. Let's see where we close in the next 30 seconds. Dow pushing up, new high. And we've got these over here, which are a bit concerning, but maybe let's see how things shake up here. This wick here, again, not very encouraging, but again, let's see if we can push out of here now. So we've got the Italian service PMI that is just dropping. French final service PMI dropping in 5 minutes. Dow kind of equal highs here now, so it made a new high, but closing equally. So now do we see maybe Dow double top, start push down? Same could we see with DAX? Could we see this kind of just picking up, retest, and now pushing lower? I don't like this triple bombs either, though, so I'm not getting in. So, okay, so there we go. There's kind of a retest again of the low. Can we see this now continue to now can we see this push out of here? DAX testing the 9. DAX, I'm not going either way. We had a big candle push up here, got rejected. Now we're pushing down, but then we rejected back up. So, like, we're going to have to see more. There we go. There's the break. New lower low. But waking up again. Wait a minute, are all we gonna see here is wicks? We need to make a trading meme or something based off of John Wick. Could be fun. So US 30. Rejecting, but oh, see, we're still uptrend. That's the thing. Like, we just move this a little bit. Yeah, then bro, we need to break, come back up, and then go. Right here, we're just in consolidation. DAX is trying to break down, but not really being successful so far. So yeah, it came down, went up, came down. We may barcode and then go back up. So let's wait and see. Dow is pushing down. So again, if we get Dow, Dow has a long ways. I feel like it could go. So I want to see it close below. I want to see an actual retest here and then a push down. That's what I want to see. Kind of like what we saw over here. That was pretty beautiful. So I want to see the same thing here. Again, we could have possibly stayed in longer, but it made it down to the green box. Why would we try to take it farther? What doesn't make really sense. So now these are kind of equal lows. I would like to see this break this low right here. There's the new lower low. All right. So now let's see what happens. One more minute. So if we can stay here, close around here, maybe close even a little lower, push up, retest, push down, I want in. But this is a big candle. It's a big candle. Only 10 minutes away from the new hour as well, so keep that in mind. Let's take a look. Why are we even on the 15? Why are we even on the 5? Let's see here. Okay, so big, yeah, DAX really breaking down. On the hourly, yeah, big hourly candle. What's this look like on the hourly? Not much. But are we kind of big come up? Are we rejecting now? A couple rejection wicks up there. I'm going to come back down short. Let's see. 12 seconds. Where do they close this bad boy? Like to see it down here. But it does not look like, yeah, it's like they're going to suck it up. Same with Dow, the DAX. They were not able to close it below. So again, they're going to try. But we've gained some serious support here. We've rejected it multiple times now. Opening up green. We're short. We're short Dow. I like how that looks. We're somewhere up here. And we're going to see now if we can, because we did have it just on the one, kind of up, but then momentum down. So we're going to see. Again, gonna kill me if this goes back up. Dang. Bit early. This the stop is up here. I entered a little early. I'll admit. I entered a little early. So let's see. Let's see what happens. So we can move our stop. The stop is actually that gap right there. There we go. Now we need to break here. Otherwise, we're going to build a base. Again, I entered too early. I probably should have waited for this candle to close. Maybe down here, come up and retest and then got in. But DAX made me have some FOMO. So join the FOMO club. So let's see if we can break down here. Again, I do think we are going to go short. kind of picked up stops here, picked up some liquidity, and now we're going to go short. And I would like to see it break here. Otherwise, we're just going to consolidate. DAX could have stayed in it and hit our targets because, yeah, dang, look at that breakdown so beautifully. But it did hit our green box. We have our green boxes there for a reason. So let's see what happens with this candle. About a minute 40 left. 8 minutes in the hour. DAX continuing to break down. Dow coming up strong. Yeah, premature. Equal look like equal lows. Like we maybe we'll still get lucky here. We could get stopped at the 9. But not my strongest work. Yeah, kind of it made a new lower low there, but now it's just firing up. We're gonna get stopped out very quickly. Especially there's a huge spread for some reason. Why is the spread so big? Okay, it's not 125. It was though for a minute. So 30 seconds left in this 5 minute. We're probably just gonna drive up. Yeah. And we're out. Well, that was quick. So we've now made a base here with German with DAX. Let's see if we can now gain enough momentum to start moving out of here or what. But oh my word, that was a depressing short, honestly. Going long. Should I? I have no idea at this point. I don't even care, which is probably the wrong idea, which is probably why I should not be trading right now. Because that was probably a stupid trade against my rules, yes. Um, but we've tried to break down. We've not been able to. Continue and go. I could just exit it here now for break even. So let's see. Still going up. May go our way, but it should, if it goes our way, should it, is it something I'm proud of? Probably not. Strong move. Let's see if we can get up above this green line here. Got a red candle coming down. Let's see if we can push up. Big push up now. Big push at 200. Can we break the 200? Yes. So definitely looking bullish. Dow now breaking up. Wow. moving like crazy. Let's see, 3 minutes till the hourly's done. Let's see where they close this hourly. Let's see at the 15. Big one down, bit of a bounce. Can we close above the green line? Let's see. That's a nice candle on the Dow. And yeah, we're continuing to push on out of here. Let's see where we close in the next minute. Again, rejecting that 200, but can we close above the green? 90 seconds left. Big candle coming down. We would expect a little bit of a cool off though. Here we have broken this level right here, which is the red line, which is kind of what we had marked. So let's see where we close in the next minute. So retesting our entry now. So also the 9. So let's see if we close it above. Ooh. Let's see if we can close it above or below the 9. Or if we can even push up here. Let's about in the next 30 seconds. We'll have our new hourly candle. Definitely looks bearish there. Rejected the high of the Dow, although we did make a new higher high, which is what you need to keep going up. So it's toying with us, but yeah, so consolidated on the Dow. Not really a great day for trading, honestly. Big move on the open. Bullish. And yeah, we're about to get stopped out. I'm going to be down 1% for the day. Rough day trading. Got one nice move and two bad moves, honestly. Entered too early here. Kind of a retest, but it never closed below, so we kind of consider that the retest. And then this one, it's going to go short, and I just entered in on a big impulse pad candle. Yeah. Long because I thought it was going to go long. Like, based off of nothing like, yeah, some support, but that's not really my style. Still could go my way because we have rejected this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, right? Like my stop is below here, but it wasn't a good trade. Definitely not my style, right? And Dow continues to just consolidate. A little irritated with myself due to like that was a beautiful trade and that was a good trade. So we had those two good trades. That was a bad trade and this was a bad trade. So at least we can identify that. And if we can learn from that, well, then it's a start, right? So starting to break down again. New lower low now. And yeah, we're gonna get knocked out of here very quickly. Dow breaking down beautifully now, which we've been waiting for it. Maybe we can then get a retest and then we take it short, right? Like, and we're not going to get that chance because DAX is just going to knock us out here very quickly. 1 minute left of the first hour, a minute of the hour, first 5 minutes of the hour. Yeah, so we made some mistakes today. We paid for it. So we're going to be down on this account, which is okay. Like, lessons learned. Stop being so hasty. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that, how to trade when I'm up, how to just trade in general. Um, it's a learning experience. And check this out. Ooh, Dow getting sucked right back up. Where are they going to close it next 30 seconds? Do they close it above? Close it below? Be interested to see. Looks like they're going to close it above this purple line, which is where they've closed everything else. So let's see. And Dow, big move, but now it's going to close essentially everywhere else. Same place. Opening up red. Big move down. That should have been my indication. Go short, essentially, right? Retest. Down. But it's in this big green box, which bounced, so I shouldn't be going short either. I just shouldn't be trading it at all. Like, that's the honest answer. Shouldn't be trading there. So we've had this try to break down a lot of times. It's been saved. And the question is it going to save it again? Did we give ourselves enough spot and can we pivot, essentially double bottom? Or are we just going to break down and go short? Like again, we have a lot of wicks down here. Kind of had the same situation over here. So we have a lot of wicks. Where can we go from here? Can we push out of here? Or are we going to break down? Like we've now tested this area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Maybe we get lucky. But if we do, it's luck, not skill. Did not trade skillfully today. And when I say we, I mean hello. Hey. Yeah, well, you're interrupting me losing. I'm going to be down on my account for the first time ever, so it'll be good for me. I'll be down up like 0.6, 0.4% or something. So, anyways, what's up? Oh, I can come park you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure. Well, I'll come down and move it. So, just a sec. No, I'm literally 2 seconds away from losing this trade. So, okay, on my way. Love ya. All right, so we're about to get knocked out of this trade, folks. This was our retest here. We could have taken that short on the Dow, which we should have. But now we're going to get knocked out of this trade in just a moment. There it is. And that was just a discouraging day of trading because we had it right. Could have stayed in it for, you know, that. Hit our green line though, so that was good.